Hey everyone, Immature Gamer here, and this is a brand new Fortnite update video, version 3.6. And in this update, they introduced some quality of life improvements, they make some adjustments to the minigun, and they added a brand new item called the Clinger. So I'm gonna go over everything, you guys. Let's go.
Immature Gamer.
So this update, guys, is around 1 gigabyte for a console. On PC, I'm not 100% sure on that. I should probably go figure that stuff out before I come tell you guys that stuff, but I'm a console player, so that's why. If I do know PC things and mobile, I will tell you them, but for now, I just know about the console. Anyway, let's talk about the Clinger, the brand new explosive item they added. So you can find this in floor loot, supply drops, supply llamas, and treasure chests. The stats, its rarity is uncommon. The explosion delay once attached to target is 2.5 seconds. Player damage is 100. Structure damage is 200. Its radius is 1 tile. The max stack size, so you can hold 10. And pickup stack size, you get 3 anytime you find them. It cannot explode in the air. It will cling to any surface or any player it hits, and will detonate early if a structure it is attached to is destroyed. My honest opinion about this item, I got to use it just for a little bit, and I think it's kind of fun. I actually like it. I kind of cringe sometimes, or very skeptic when they add new items, but on this one I could actually see it being used for certain things and actually make gameplay more fun. So go out and try it. You will see at the end of this gameplay it actually worked out really well for me. They buffed the minigun, which it needed a buff. They increased the accuracy by 10%, they decreased the recoil by 10%, and they increased the damage. So for epic, it went from 16 to 18, and legendaries, it went from 17 to 19. They kind of buffed the sniper and the crossbow projectiles. They improved the hit registration for long range. So I think that needed to be done. I'm actually happy they did that. They did some Port-a-Fort improvements. The tires no longer grant falling damage immunity after players bounce off of them. They also fixed the trajectory preview, not indicating if it will build with stilts and a ramp. And they also fixed trajectory now turns red if aimed too high. Here are some of the major bug fixes that they implemented. They fixed the collision issue with the Port-a-Fort tires that allowed down players to hide in them. They fixed an issue where submachine guns intermittently failed to reload. They fixed an issue where cozy campfire heal for 1 more second than intended. They fixed an issue where red hit markers wouldn't show when the rocket launch dealt damage. The red light on remote explosives can no longer be seen through doors. And then they fixed an issue causing consumables from loot llamas and supply drops to exceed maximum stack size in a player's inventory. Now onto the gameplay fixes, and this one is probably the best news. Probably one of the best updates. They've needed this one for a long time, and the short fences will no longer block you from building structures. I don't know how many times I've tried to build a wall to try to not get shot, and I couldn't place it because there's a little wooden fence in the way, and that is fixed. Thank you Epic Gaming. They did some tweaking on first shot accuracy. It will now reset when you crouch, uncrouch, or switch weapons, so that's kind of nice. The players now will spawn closer to their squad mates on the starting island. They moved the groups of spawn points on the starting island to be closer to one another. So that's kind of cool. I guess when you spawn into Loot Island before the game, you can kind of hang out with your squad mates, throw some emotes up or whatever. Just something different. Not too bad. I like when they add like things like that. I remember trying to run across the map just to show my buddy the new emote I got or something stupid. Anyway, nothing major, but kind of nice they did that. They did some changes to supply drops. They adjusted the health. So in solos, it's 500, in duos it's 750, and in squads it's 1250. So if you're unsure about the health, that's if you want to shoot down your supply drop to get it to come down faster. That's how much damage it takes to basically pop the balloon. They also increased the speed at which the supply drop falls. It actually falls twice as fast, but it also starts twice as high. So I think it's gonna fall basically at the same rate, but you might see it sooner. So that's kind of interesting. I did some fixes to Builder Pro controller configuration. And before I get into that, if you guys haven't tried it on console, obviously, go give it a shot. It makes you build at least twice as fast in my opinion. But for Builder Pro, they fixed an issue where primary fire could be interrupted when releasing aim down sights. They fixed an issue where sprinting could stop if you switched to build mode and attempted to quickly build a ramp. They fixed an issue causing players' weapons to automatically fire after placing a structure and switching to the weapon. They did multiple fixes to the supply drops, so balloon collisions no longer remain after the crate is opened. Supply drops no longer get stuck on structures, trees, or in the air. That's very nice. And they fixed Port-a-Fort tires floating in the air when Port-a-Fort is thrown at a supply drop. I had no idea that was an issue. And lastly, players no longer take falling damage when landing on top of tires, so that is very nice. On mobile, they add an option to enable a fire button right side of the screen, which can be enabled via the setting use tap to fire. Last thing we're going to cover is the new self-service cosmetic return feature that they just added, and basically it will allow you to return up to 3 cosmetic purchases for V-Bucks, and that is for lifetime now, okay? So you can only return 3 items that you've purchased 3 times, and that is it. You can't do it ever again. What you can return are emotes, gliders, harvesting tools, backbling, and outfits, and what you cannot return is battle pass tiers, starter packs, founder packs upgrades, loot llamas if you purchase in Save the World game mode, and events and weekly items that you've purchased in Save the World game mode. It is currently disabled right now. It was only live for just a few hours. Apparently they were having some issues. They didn't give really no time frame when it's going to be live. It's probably not going to be today. It might be weeks. And that's it for the 3.6 patch update. Hope you guys enjoyed this. It takes me a long time to try to make these videos. I get up early, try to get them out semi first so you guys can get the news. I know I read off a bunch of stuff, but I just kind of want to cover everything. I will leave a link in the description for the full patch notes if you guys want to read that. Feel free. And that's all I have for you guys today. I'm Immature Gamer. I'm out. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any new videos, and thank you for watching.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.